new greatest story of our generation. Like, at least I hope will. Because I have no expectations for this story.
Like I said, I have no idea what it's even about, and I don't want you to say either. I want to find out, like, be surprised.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what it could be? It could be so bad it's good. It could just be terrible.
It could even be
You're saying?
It could even be a speedboat.
Yeah, but it could even be like a hidden gem of something. Like,
Indeed. No, don't send the link to Kay. She's probably busy with Mike. Hello, Mr. Shadier. I have no expectations for this story. 10 out of 10 best intro. It's certainly ominous. How are you doing this evening? Sorry for the late start. My computer... I had been watching Red Letter Media videos for 45 minutes. Everything was running smoothly. Then I close that tab, and everything's going at a snail's pace. I look at the bar, and it's like, you have an update. You should do it now. I was like, God damn it. Right when I'm... Oh, I need to grab a cider for this. Hello, Cam. Hello, the father. You're doing well. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's like, 45 minutes of watching videos, running smoothly, and then it's like, no, you need to update right now or I'm going to run out of snail's pace. No, just me. I have to say, like, you've been there.
I'm still here.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you've been there, that situation.
Oh yeah, I've been in a situation my computer was running slow. Like, very slow.
But it seems to be doing well now. Not the streaming so much. I see it's saying the stream's going a bit slow as always. I don't know why that happens lately. Whatever. Red Letter Media truly holding off the Windows update. Yeah, it was their Halloween one from like 3 years ago too, where they watched Not Blade. I think it was just called Vampire Hunter or Vampire Assassin. Alright, so Raptor, should we read the preface here, because it looks like it actually has some story relevance?
I guess so.
Would you like to take it, start us off with this amazing story? Oh yeah, said, hello, welcome, this is Curse of the Dinosaurs, the Leadman? The Leadman?
Leadman, because that's funnier that way.
Okay, Curse of the Dinosaurs, the Leadman account. Excuse me.
Okay, preface.
So here we go.
Okay, a preface. We count the encryption, data chip damage we constitute. Leadman account. We structured Audi and Pfizer. Revised stage segment. Cataclysm Event 7. August 28th, 2036. Historical notations. Provisional marker. The following is my recollected account. Should this record survive, the record will document what transpired prior to the event. This compilation is as much for me, for those dear ones who are now lost and lie below the ground that they dedicate to their lives to. I am afraid I have a tendency to ramble. However, it's the only way I know how to tell a tale. I believe, though, that the story is clear, and posterity demands a record from one of the survivors. Stories have a way of changing or or distorted, so the facts become myth. As a scientist, I leave this group of historical facts in the hope that if this chip is discovered and decrypted, you will learn from our folly. For history truly does have a tendency to repeat itself. May you take this wicked as fact, so you may not repeat the folly which now draws our plague to a close. Good fucking luck. Ones who came before.
Okay, so we're already off to a fabulous start. First of all, Raptor did not add in that fucking. It literally says good fucking luck. And also, it says recount decryption. Dycryption. Yeah, it already. It's the third word in, and it misspelled decryption.
Already we're off to an amazing start.
Yep. Red Letter Media wards off all evils, ghosts, demons, jinn, windows. Red Letter Media. Go, Chad. I'll hold it back. Me. This is a one-way trip, old friend. Red Letter Media. I know. Alright, so... yeah, there we have that, that amazing picture of the covers. Oh, you guys can't see it, but, looks like dinosaurs in spacesuits.
It's dinosaur people attacking our human protagonist. Because dinosaurs are evil, I guess.
Whoa. I mean, that seems like some libel right there.
Indeed.
Alright, so here we go. Not chapter 1, section 1, Under the Sun. Recount decryption. I guess this is like copy-pasted, because they spelled it wrong again. Data chip damaged. Reconstitute. Leadman account. Restructured Audi and Visi. I'm guessing that means audio and visual. Revised date segment. Cataclysm Event 7, 8th of August, 2036. Hobby. Who the fuck is Hobby? Hobby was breathing hard. Oh, do you want to be Hobby or should I?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Name Psychotic Universe. What is this world of shit we walked into?
Okay, does it say who this is? Sorry, Sweaty, ain't no walking for a while. You ready to run again?
I can't feel my feet.
That's good, 'cause it's at least another 3 clicks to the bunker. Why is click spelled with a K?
Why is it clicks and not steps or miles?
I don't know. Dinos are evil. I'll just stay a respectable distance from our dear Velociraptor at any Beanhaven meetups. There's a monkey headed for the sun. He'd like to be back home with a box of apples for everyone. Alright, so I guess once we get to the next bit, like it's broken up with these weird like red shuriken symbols. I guess after once we get to the next one, then we'll start our 3-paragraph thing because this is structured very oddly. The sun, drenched upon desert, older than old, older, still shining. Is this a poem? I'm sorry, a poem?
Poem book. A poem book about dinosaurs and stuff.
Fascinating. Skin burnt red and brown, wide-brimmed hat stuck to dripping hair, crotch moist as armpits. Armpits is 2 words there for some reason. Lungs hot, sharp chest drawing in dizzy, wavering air, mom spaghetti. Watch hands then approaching 4:00 p.m. in the parched baking afternoon. Salt red eyes stung. Salt wet trickles wandered off brow. The daily hour of death. The southern Gobi was frightfully fierce 2 days ago. I should have known better than to reconnoiter by myself in the late day heat. But what I had found was extraordinary. I'd lingered in the area attempting to unearth more. Heatstroke was about to seize the revving pistons pounding in my skull. Okay, Raptor, you have like the physical copy, right?
Yeah.
For you, are the next two lines in larger font?
Let me check. So we could. So I'm not like a liar. Let's see. Hmm. Which lines were it again?
The last line I read was Heatstroke was about to seize the revving pistons pounding in my skull. Then the next two lines are in a larger font.
Hmm. I don't think so.
Okay, I guess it's just the digital copy. Well, I'm going with it anyway. So, since it's larger font, men have been known to hallucinate in the desert. I was not sure that I could trust my own eyes or thoughts. Okay, Red Shuriken. I had brought in the reserves, the Peanut Gallery, and I returned to the Discovery site ASCP. Okay, I like that Peanut Gallery is in italics, like suggesting that's an official name for this group. The Peanut Gallery, my fossil finding companions, Hobby, Scotty, and Yanner.
Scotty? As in Scotty from Star Trek?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna play Scotty and try and do a really bad Scottish accent. And I hope I pronounced Yanner right. All excellent adepts. Each possessed a diamond personality. Their comely facets, purified intelligence, quiet, quiet, a lonely. Hold on, I need to see if a lonely is actually a word. This is something else so far. We haven't even got to dinosaurs yet.
Oh, what? Yeah, the wine is kind of unique.
Yeah. No, a lonely is not a word. I didn't think so. Alright, quiet, a lonely charm, and special plodding scrutiny that only the intense prospecting paleontologist exudes. Good party buddies, off the clock. Everything said, our crew could spot an old bone at 50 paces. I needed their skills. What we sought was beyond mission scope. Our private quest was also a fragile secret. I had little faith in man's nature, politics, or his hired government stooges. I'm sorry for my stilted delivery of this, but this is written in very short sentences. Hard decisions. Initially, I contemplated telling Chan everything. Who is Chan? Oh, sorry. Chan, our field head, or sometimes referred to in private as our headache. Why is there a dash between head and ache?
Headache.
Alright, you take the next three.
Okay. Yes. I wanted to share my unusual find with our expedition leader and everyone else partaking expedition's quest. But for that matter, but on second, third, and fourth thought, no boning way.
No boning? Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Boning. Chen was a nice guy, but realistically, everyone was basically nice, even when they were not.
That makes no sense.
Chen, the smiling panda.
Oh.
Waste. He's trying to say he's fat.
I guess, but I mean he's Chinese, so that also seems like it's still racist.
Yes. He worked for the communist Chinese government. His American dialect perfect. He ate hot dogs and beans.
Okay, I like
Critiqued American movies marvelously. Wore hip American t-shirts on his bony chest. He also wore a friendly Western face as well.
Okay, so I guess he's not fat, so the panda thing is purely racist.
Yes.
Also, what does he mean he wore a friendly Western face? Is it like that video of the Chinese guy like, oh look, I'll do a white person impression, and like holds his eyelids open. I'll put it on my credit card.
Another China characteristic: deception.
Of course, we got the sneaky Chinese guy.
Already off to a good start. I knew well from past Chan expeditions that rare finds were instantly spirited away. Previous paleo antiquities were constantly shelved beyond mainstream world scientists' reach. Dem-
Demarcated.
demarcated.
Yeah. And then it has like the frickin' Chinese characters.
Kyoshin Sasenji, Chinese National Reserve.
Okay, before I take over, I'll catch up on some comments. I think. What the fuck am I hearing right now? Gay dinosaurs? Crotch moist. Oh, or. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Oh fuck, I got salt in my eyes. The Peanut Gallery was the official Dino Hunter team. They work closely with the creepy pasta hunters. The word, yes, the father, you are correct. The word should be solitary, not lonely. Boning. He was the perfect spy. He'd mastered the American arts. Alright, Chan the man at Subvert Base, a true paranoid freakazoid. Does he drive the villains crazy because he's a lunatic? Once Chan's mind dropped the official boom. I'm sorry?
Boom?
The official
What boom?
boom. I don't know what that means. The Western world seldom. Why is world capitalized? I understand Western, but. The Western world seldom saw expeditions, scodgy old bones of by light of day again. Open ocean's knowledge evaporated into tenuous mists. What might be shared by the world was shelved. Okay. On arriving back at camp, I had said to Hobby, half our expedition is totally suspect and epicanthically folded. And not only their eyelids, dear, but their thoughts. Get my drift? No,
No.
I don't. My intention was not to make a prejudicial statement. I was not a racist. Well, your description of Chan says otherwise. But I suspect I was a little paranoid myself. I had been disappointed so many times in the past 30 years out in the field. Hard work suddenly ripped from my hands and shuttled away by others who took credit for my finds in stealing a larger portion of the wealth earned by my back-breaking labor. I was not going to let that happen again. Not on my watch. Not this time around. This guy is literally talking like Kirk.
Like Kirk Cameron or Kirk from Star Trek.
From Star Trek. No, if he was Kirk Cameron, huh, what do you think of that, atheists?
Eight.
The official boom did he bomb a city. The official boom, the placeholder day before they came up with Project Manhattan. Alright, you're up.
Okay. On this expedition dig, we were to act as equals. We addressed each other with dignity and respect.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt and to do it so soon, but the whole thing, I was not a racist, but when you have to be told to address each other with dignity and respect, to act like you're equals,
It's kind of sus.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good for you.
However, I realized that deep down I was racist. I mean, inside our beings, even though on the surface we all presented ourselves as a congenial altruistic paleontologist, skulking beneath our expedition's professional surface, lurked intense bilateral nationalism. Nationalism fueled by deceitful decades and dormant Cold War suspicions. Interest nationalism spurred by obsolete ideologies, a sickening human mode called "We are better than you." Remember the rude Irish joke? The one that states, I wouldn't trust a man with the steam off my piss. Sadly, I wouldn't. Not Shan. Not China. But anyway, China's a strong on government attitude. Solidified my negative impressions. Oh wait. The Chinese government always gladly accepted our Western money, equipment, and expertise. However, recently, to my scoffing disdain, Big China gave little in return, other than we could carry our out in our heads, notes, or a few hidden video chips. Everything worthy was either confiscated or put up for auction at paleo/gov.extortionist.com.
Hello, Iguana Boy, who just says, what the hell? Okay, and I
Hello.
gotta say before I take over, dormant Cold War suspicions. Okay, this said it was 2036, right?
Yes.
The Cold War had ended 47 years ago. I like, I don't trust China these days, but even I'm not like, oh no, there's still that Cold War shit going on. No, it's over.
Big China.
Yeah, Big China. Is that what he calls China, or is that just like his totally not racist nickname for Chan?
Oh.
I am not racist, but we had to work with non-whites on equal terms. I mean, can you believe it? Yeah, this character, whose name we still don't know.
Gone.
Yeah, Iguana Boy, we're reading the story Curse of the Dinosaurs, the Leadman accounts. It's really something so far. I was talking to my mom and wasn't paying much attention until I heard Raptor say my piss directly into my headphones. When I read Dinosaurs, I thought it meant ancient reptiles, not old racist boomers. See, again though, this is 2036. Like, these guys are far beyond boomers. Like, what
The
is...
Zoomer. No, wait. The Kaboomers.
Yeah.
Zoomers.
No, they're official boomers. Get it? The official boom? They're official
Yes,
boomers.
I get it.
Wah, 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 wah. These are the jokes, people. Alright. Dealing with the Chinese government on their home turf was like going over to a nasty... Why is nasty neighbors both capitalized and italicized? Going over
Just the trademark symbol.
Going over to a nasty neighbor's house for a party. You went to his house accepting the nasty neighbor's demand that you must pay for all the party favors and entertainment. I'm sorry, what? I have never done anything like that. Why? Because you were throwing the get-together at his house. What? Then when the nasty neighbor decided you had been in his home long enough, you were forced out. Well, I mean, that's how it works. Also, why is that a semicolon? Before you were ejected, you were obliged to pay the nasty neighbor an exit fee, just to walk out his door. What are you on about? Bow goodbye to your wallet and your stuff you had brought with you. He would not even let you leave with a balloon or a piece of cake. Why a balloon? Are you 5? Unless you...
I'm sure that Von Kramer isn't like a pseudonym for Alex Jones.
I don't know. Unless you emptied your pockets. Okay, are you sure you went to a party or were you mugged? Did he pistol whip you over the head and give you a concussion? If it were not for his great backyard, you never would have visited your nasty neighbor in the first place. I don't think the back garden would make a difference. Of course, you could come again, given the same deal. Screwed without lubrication. Why is that a line? Someone's gonna clip that now. Bitterness aside, are you really putting it aside? Our quest into the past was well worth the risks. The dig was sponsored by Deep Pockets and had a camera crew attached, so spiriting away fines was less likely, but this was a first try at true equality, so who knew the end result? Again, why is that hyphenated? To be fair, the non-governmental sections of the Chinese team were super folks. I wonder if he means that literally. The regular stiffs were sharp, friendly, and talented. Nice kids overall. We had common goals regardless of birth nationality. See, again, you keep bringing it up. Like, if not racist, this is at least jingoist.
I'm not racist, but
Yeah. Is nice backyard slang for the neighbor having a nice fat ass? If it is iguana, then I probably would attend that party. Anyway, Raptor, your turn.
okay. Ancient knowledge was the reason, was the true reason why we were all willing to suffer the deep desert, Chinese, American, Russian, or otherwise. Why? Because the Gobi offers the richest, unmolested, free KT fossil fuels ever discovered on this overpopulated and overtaxed planet.
Okay, I have to ask though, is that true?
I don't know.
I just like,
I mean,
you that might be something you know, because you're
a
like,
dinosaur.
yeah. Well, like you're into the extinction stuff and everything.
I mean, I'm not too sure about fossil formations though. Just more like the animals itself.
Gotcha.
Like, but there were like some like interesting discoveries found in China. Like the first dinosaur with preserved enough feathers that we know what the colors are.
Oh, nice.
If you're wondering, it's red, like a red panda.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Deep Pockets, Richie Rich's lesser known cousin. Yeah, the neighbor is actually just a MILF, and this dude is horrible at metaphors. I'm sorry, continue.
Anyway, due to geological conditions, the Gobi's big backyard, trademarked, seasonally offers its bones on or near the surface. Also, strangely enough, with the advent of autos and flying machines,
What?
the strange desert death trap was now easily accessible. As more easily accessible. A more easily acceptable location was still a desert.
Okay, I have to jump in again. Raptor going he didn't add that in. It just says then an ellipses, and then the line. This is like, well, what does he mean by that? Oh, maybe he died while carving. Oh, please, if he died, he would bother to carve. He'd just say it. Well, perhaps
Maybe he was dictating.
Okay. The Gobi is one of our world's largest deserts, and among the world's highest also, a wreckage result of the 200 million year slow motion crash. The Indian plate subducts the Asian continent, thrusting the Gobi into a high plain currently 1,800 meters above sea level or higher. The expansive Asian desert is an in situ Everlost?
Eh?
Okay. A dry, mid-continent bone explorer's dream. A graveyard chock full of Fulla FULL''A. Chock full empty riverbeds, soft hills, and crusty plains majeur.
Major.
Stop with the Franglish. Just say majestic. Just say majestic. Although I don't know if you could say that the plains are both majestic and crusty. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there are ways in which crusty doesn't, like, to me that always sounds like, oh, he's got some like gunk on his skin. It's all crusty. Seemingly everywhere. Buried death blocks locked within crinkly dry rocks and crumbly brown sediments, yet still a treacherous bone reserve. Most handy, but only due to harsh conditions, which favored fossil discovery, and in the same proclivity, tested the very ability of life to survive. Conveniently dangerous, and secretively profitable for the willingly tenacious. Hui.
Gobi residents who have lived in the wastelands for millennia understand that the foolhardy die in the desert. Most other rational and life-loving persons tend to bypass the waterless, forsaken lands for thirsty, desolate death is impressed upon the local mentalities at a young age. Pre-technology humanity, hardy and tough though they were, had an exponentially hard time surviving within this solemn, burning, fatal affair. But lucky for us, grave diggers, more like gay diggers, I got 'em. Humankind had seldom hung out in the greater Gobi Desert long enough to screw up the environment they had typically passed through. Prior to motor vehicles, only well-provisioned camel caravans crossed the Gobi, completing distant trading missions between the southern mountain peoples, the wealthy tribes on greener plains west, and folks inhabiting the verdant resources amongst the thick forests located in the temperate north. Dictating.
Oh, he is dictating.
Huh, who knew? Other than a few brave traders' footsteps, the isolated landscape was, for the most part, unmolested.
Why does he keep saying that word? Being honest, if we get through this book without a racial slur and awkward sex scene, I'll be surprised. Yeah, I'm with you there, the father. Okay, and also, I have to go on a little mini rant. It says pre-technology. Like, I know by technology he means, like, machines and everything. But the fact is, we've always had technology. Like, the moment that, you know, our ancestors, like, chipped rocks into rough knife shapes, that was considered technology. Sorry, I'm just splitting hairs now, but... is that all possible to join in this? No, I'm sorry, Guana. This is Raptor's request that he paid for, so... Okay, where were we?
Beyond the arid and caravan. No, hang on. Beyond the arid caravan crossings, standing to the south, up. Oh, dang! My fucking dog is being annoying.
Hello, doggo.
Beyond the arid caravan crossing, standing to the south, up west the vast mountainous Himalayas. No, wait, Himalayas, because he cannot speak.
Unmolested, upthrust, mighty peaks. What is this?
Unmolested Himalayas. Mighty peaks. reaching on average 601,000 meters above the sea's surface. 2,000 kilometers long stone vampire lich the continent's atmosphere's spheric circulation system,
What?
depleting.
Wait. Leached the continent's atmospheric circulatory system? What is this? What?
I love this.
There's a metaphor, then there's whatever the fuck that is.
This book is something else. I love it.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I sound like I'm going insane, but I am loving this.
Depleting the seasonal monsoon wetness that the warm Indian Ocean spins northward once over the hollow Asian canines. The stricken clouds bleed snow onto their high slopes, blanketing the Earth's greatest continent uplift. Really do storm clouds cross Asia's spine. If vapor powder past the rocky teeth, the residue merely wetted the high Tibetan plains, known as the other side of the Himalayas.
Okay, so maybe this is me reading into things too much, but he's already demonstrated some racism toward Asians. He can't seem to at first I was like, can he not decide if Asia is made up of metaphorical teeth or a metaphorical spine? But no, he's just picturing Asia as like this like hunched back mutant with like teeth coming out of its spine, like protruding through the flesh of its back.
He thinks Asia is like a kaiju.
Yes. Kick the dog's ass. No, we're not gonna kick Chewie's ass. Chewie's a good boy. Was this written by the dude who wrote The Lady in the Basement? Dude really wants to have sex with a mountain. No, he spelled Himalayas correctly. Raptor was just making fun of the spelling. It's the dude who jerked off the door. Pushing it in, pulling it out. Pushing it in, pulling it out. Cradling the balls. Alright, west and north of the desert, far east of the rounded Ural hillocks, Atlantic moisture fell out. What? No, why is there a hyphen? No, fell out. There's no fell out. Yeah, fell out of the sky before reaching the Gobi. Cold Russian winds turned clouds to rain or snow over the mid-Asian plains. That was Russia and its satellite countries for the most part. Thank you for describing basic geometry. The Gobi harbors a uniquely isolated atmosphere. Over the eons, the growing Gobi spawned its own arid macroclimate, thanks to the high Tibetan plateau. However, occasional rain does fall. No place on Earth is ever completely dry. That might not be true. Brief, heavy thunderstorms deluge the parched land, inundating the fragile, barren landscape. The resultant flash floods ravage the vast desert lands via the many runoff channels and ravines cut between the low foothills. This is its own paragraph. Why we were here. That means nothing. Alright, Raptor, have fun. I need to go tilt my head back so my brain, like leaks back into my head.
Okay. Where'd you leave off?
After the brief rainstorms.
Why were we here? After brief rainstorms, fossils variably grew out of the ground. Every new storm, erosive forces revealed more silent, hidden ancient bones. On the bone collector's heaven, we camped. Our temps bordered a broad alluvial plain, created by one such runoff. large drainage fields adjacent to withered and wind-scraped yellow hills. Eons fast-running water had cascaded between ancient upways sedimentary layers. Our tents bridged both sides of the great earthen fan.
Okay, I have to say though, it says eons as EON apostrophe S, not EONS apostrophe. So, okay, it's talking about the Ben 10 time manipulating villain Eon. Oh god, he's here. He's trying to take the fossils for some evil plan. Ah, call Ben Tennyson.
Who is this Ben 10? They sign is he Asian? I hate Asians.
Okay, enough for my that's all for my nerdy Ben 10 moment.
Russian waters had carved the main channels adjacent to our camp, cutting through the southern hills. The periodic runoff explored soft rock. As in music?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, hi.
Yep.
It's 11 o'clock p.m. and you're tuning in with Delilah for some more soft rock. Do we have any call-ins, any requests?
It's Dinosaurs.
Well, hello, Mr. Dinosaurs. What can I do for you?
I walk the dinosaurs.
All right. And this is a request by Mr. Dinosaurs, Rock the Dinosaur. Yeah, I'm Delilah. I'll be back after the song.
The door, get on the floor. Everyone walk the dinosaur. Anyway, otherwise unreachable without shovel or backhoe or broken back. Ha 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 ha. Funny. I know of no prospector that has an intact spine, lumbar disc, or insurance plan. The footworthy explorer seeks natural erosion, which allows easier fossil recovery. One moves through the geological era's trademark by simply walking uphill along the riverbeds.
Again, uphill should not be hyphenated. He's taking the fossils to build a new museum. Okay, I know this is an old joke, but just the way you said that, the father-baby thing. He was taking the fossils, but it turned out he'd been throwing them away. The Ben 10 alien is in cahoots with Big Oil. Alright, I walk the Gobi's riverbeds daily, searching for old bones. Walk and look about. Walk and sweat a lot. Rub aching back and legs. Okay, see, this he suddenly goes into like caveman speech. Rub aching back and legs. Ooh, stretch a bit, curse a bit. Okay, now he's back. I drudge these functions daily. I don't think that's how you say that. Until the very last day of the always too short dig season. There were never enough days to prospect. The short expedition seemed to relate. One always seemed to be packing up to leave right after one started to unpack. Why is it? This guy has a hard-on for hyphens. Oh, excuse me.
Hyphen boner.
Oh, that was disgusting. Oh. Yeah. Alright, the days all blurred together. Unless one of the team located a find, then the static fog resolved into frenzied intensity, whose memories... Okay, I'm sorry, I need to get over the hyphen thing. Whose memories lasted a lifetime. The best part of my day was spent... Okay, well, I'm over the hyphens, but now he's putting colons everywhere. Lonely walking. I was mostly unfazed when I found nothing. Given the years I had been on unrewarding walkabouts, I had learned the requisite skills. An exceptional bone hunter is actually a very patient Indian scout. Oh my god. He's talking about Native American, isn't he?
Ew.
Uh,
I mean, it's about racism are not Native Americans themselves. In case that's a thing out of context.
Alrighty. Sporting a sensitive nose, in fielding the luck of an old-fashioned movie detective. One must keep both eyes peeled for what does not seem quite right. A white bit or anomaly in sizing the sedimentary layers. I'm sorry, I'm not a paleontologist, but I have seen, like, people digging up fossils. They're not white anymore.
They're black.
Yeah, they're
because they're walks.
yeah. When did the fucking dinosaurs show up? A just question, my liege. Yeah, no, seriously, that's that's what I'm wondering. Stretch
See, man, this is build up. Soon they will appear, and this book will all be worth it.
Gotcha. Stretch a bit, walk a bit, daylight come and me won't go home. Now I want to watch Beetlejuice. I call it This Bone Hunter is a Woman. Oh.
Women?
This guy is so racist. Alright. Anyway, he or she is a forensic paleontologist, always hunting old rocks, often tiny, which might or might not debacrate fragmentary animal remains, long deceased. My task demanded unusual mental clarity. Well, you haven't demonstrated it so far.
A Paleolithic find is most often deposited through the assistance of erosion's mystic hand, usually in one of the many quechcali dotting a dry channel's bed. I don't even know what it wasn't doing for him. It's just ham. Once a fossil bed is discovered, like permanent during the secondary investigation directed by an experienced paleontologist uncovered backtrack methodology. I'm so confused.
No, I just gotta say, like, I just pictured, like, him, like, standing tall, like, putting his nose in the air and puffing his chest out, like, grabbing this, like, the lapels of his vest. Yeah, an experienced paleontologist backtrack methodology. That's me. Wink.
Anyway, if shit, I lost my part. Lol.
Sorry.
The full skeleton steel-like position is uncovered just because you found it and found a bone. It does not mean the fossilized carcass. It right next to you.
Wait, the fossilized carcass, it right next to you?
Damn, a typo. I'm disappointed in Von Kramer right now. I expected better from him.
Oh yes, this was written by Von Kramer, who I am convinced self-published this, because there's no way an editor looked through this, a professional editor.
But Manny, he's sci-fi's hardcore fucker.
Does it really say that?
Look at the beginning of the book, page 2.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, sure.
He looks like Johnny Watson's uncle.
He does! This fucking guy! Like, okay, I have... Oh my god. And he spells his name with everything but the V capitalized.
Who is this?
Okay, no, I'm not.
Oh wait, it's like a reversal of a like normal ground because we capitalize our words. He doesn't capitalize the beginning word letters and leaves the rest capitalized because he's he's so hardcore at fucking he's gonna invert grammar laws because he's just that cool.
Wow, look out, guys. We have the badass here.
He,
I shouldn't
he's
say
so
it. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
say it.
With how he's writing, he looks like a neo-Nazi.
Ah.
Yeah, Iguana, I'm working on pulling up the image right now. I can't do like the screen capture OBS tool because that really slows down the stream for some reason.
His OBS is a piece of shit.
This might not be so easy. Apparently, there's a Hotel von Kramer. Okay, no, here he is.
It's the man. It's the legend. It's Von Quammer.
The only picture of him is this same like low quality image from the book. Sadly, this one doesn't show you his like scraggly, like balding, middle-aged mohawk. It cuts off the top. But yeah, I'm scrolling through. There is literally no other picture of him. Oh
Just the picture in the book.
Yep, that's it. Alright, yeah, continue. I'm just gonna be putting the image up.
Oh, you didn't put it? Okay. Just because you found a bone doesn't mean... No, wait. Finds out infrequent. And erosion may separate a fossil's many parts by feet, meters, intact find for kilometers. Intact finder were where bloody infrequent ice stymied.
Yeah, stymied.
What was on location paleontology? My description: perpetually studying disappointment in the dirty, sweaty realm of stubborn resolution. Bone hunting required. Bone hunting. Hunting. Bone hunting required a good constitution, strong legs, and the implacability of Kronos. Okay? For me, bone prospecting was not just a search for the past, but a search for my own character. With increasing frequency, I still found it difficult to not fall into boredom's pit. The vibrant land I surveyed at the start of the year soon lost its luster, and became an otherwise yawning landscape which for all intent observation looked much the same everywhere. Oh my god, Chewy's barking again. Chewy. Oh, thank you. He stopped barking. Looked much the same everywhere. I need to take breaks often, just to focus my mind again on what became more often than not an endless daunting task, like shadows at the end of the day, and minutes spent on my rump were growing longer and longer. You rump. It was still in one of these butt breaks while I was tossing pebbles at a Bob and a sand speckled lizard. Hey, that's lizard abuse. He's on the screen now. It's Von Quammer, guys. Look at him.
Iguana Boy. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
I love him.
He looks like a Facebook dad.
I'm so tempted to make an anti-vax joke. No.
No.
No, not worth it. Still attempting, but
All right.
I have restraint.
So where are we?
It a broken unusual bit. Hang on.
This guy looks like he say, "No, I'm not reading that." Tech support guy who hasn't touched a computer in 30 years. Yeah,
Back.
All right, where did we leave off? I'm completely lost.
A broken unusual bit.
Yeah, I'm lost.
On page 15.
Page 15. Okay, our pages are numbered differently because I was on page 18.
Oh. My cat left.
Okay, I see it. A broken, unusual bit of earthy something interrupted my placatuous. Sorry for the big pause there, but there were like 3 spaces. Shading my lizard was one of those little things that looked out of place. It was not that little either. Sure.
Wait, lizard? Not look.
Does he actually mean that that speckled lizard that he saw, or is he talking about something else?
Perhaps. A dino?
Maybe he's talking about his penis.
Oh.
No, he's not. In the stream bed lay a funny reddish rock. The layers about my feet were deposits sedimentary and iron poor. Yeah, see, at least Cameron agrees. Shading my lizard sounds like a euphemism. So this funny red rock was definitely out of place. It was an eyebrow-raising experience. The colors that the rock spoke to me were in a geological language, not indigenous. Okay. The silent words spoken by the rock were, "I don't belong here." What, are you talking about Chan again? I stood up and positioned myself over the find, examining it in finer detail. The flexing lizard, sounds a bit rude, decided it did not want my intense scrutiny and booked up the wash at high speed, its 4-toed claws scratching through the rough ground loud enough to sound like a running faucet. The rock-like object appeared to be about as big as a tall man's foot, and shaped about the same. Actually, the amorphous oddity looked more like a large, rusty buffalo crap.
Poop.
Alright, your turn, Raptor. Oh boy.
My geological training told me that this obtuse clod was not fashioned by Mother Earth. The oddity showed no gross morphology. Or morphology, I don't know. The wettest lump contained no veins or rock-like characteristics. No strata. It was not sedimentary. I'm confused. Both of both I can't speak in the fact that I don't know what's happening.
I
uh,
don't know either, so.
no granulation, so it was not metamorphic. The object was not pumice or glass, like, so it was not in,
Igneous.
igneous. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So he's saying it's neither. None of the three types of rock found on Earth. So Iguana Boy might be onto something here. Is it from Mars? I mean,
Uh, Martian dinosaurs in the book called Curse of the Martian Dinosaurs is a okay. I'm calling it now. The dinosaurs survived the extinction because they were on Mars.
they took a rocket there, and they were all dressed as Evil Knievel.
I forgot about that. The fucking code from Riverdale.
Yeah. they weren't like the dinosaur scientists or engineers or anything. They were basically the dinosaurs' version of the Jackass crew. Yeah, man, we're taking this rocket all the way to Mars! It's like, we know we can make it. That's not the challenge. The challenge is surviving the crash!
So was there any reason why the fucking cult member wanted to go to space?
Like, he literally believed in ascending.
And that was his idea of ascending?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah,
Going to space?
Yeah, going to space dressed as Evil Knievel.
He ain't got nothing on me. Anyway, but here, the mystery nugget was miles and miles from any natural geologic structure that might have been produced. My first spoken thought all day was, perhaps this was a meteor, see?
Okay,
Sometime.
the mysterious nugget. I'm just imagining this guy, like, going to McDonald's. Another mysterious nugget.
No, it's just a giant chicken McNugget inexplicably trapped there.
Like some fat guy walks by. Oh, sorry, that's from my lunch. Hey, it's just got a little dirt on it. It's still good.
Anyway, sometimes when I'm searching alone, I speak to myself.
Oh, great.
They say it's normal to talk to yourself if you don't answer back.
Well, it's not talking to yourself.
Sometimes I answered back, but not around the others. I had much consideration. The sweltering Gobi does things to your mind. I struggle to remember protocol. I wiped my butt on my beady forehead with my fingers to wet them, whereupon I rubbed them dry and clean on my shorts. Then I leaned over and carefully picked up the lump. Its colors and texture boggled my mind. Is it the color of space? Is it the meteor from that book?
Could be. If it is, then he is in for a nasty time.
Indeed.
Iron oxides appear reddish. Copper oxides appear blue or greenish. Same with bronze. Gold always looks like gold. Silver always looks like silver. Platinum relates a dull, heavy gray silverine. That's not a sentence. That's a sentence fragment. Processed titanium was neutral gray, light, and warm to the touch. I don't care. Why is this a mineralogy lesson? Just get to the fucking dinosaurs. I had raised the rock up in my palm, examined and fondled it.
Lord. Oh.
It exhibited all of these characteristics. An extraordinary lump, perhaps an iron or stony iron meteorite, maybe an anomalous achondrite, I hope I'm saying that right, containing a high metal content. Yet, stilling my heart, oh, he died. Something was not quite right. The variety of metal-like inclusions were structured, patterned, as if artificially emplaced. And there's a comma there instead of a period, even though it goes to a new paragraph. In my tenure, I had handled many different meteor samples. Now, he was fired many times for sexual harassment. Meteor samples is just what he calls women's asses. And for the most part, the stony space objects I had studied were hard, dense objects. To an expert, meteorites could be identified at a glance. Many had the signature of ablative fusion crusting due to atmospheric deceleration.
Okay, excuse me for 1 second.
Alright. Alright, the dude found a dinosaur nugget on the ground. Fondled it. Yeah. He fondled it. This is just... This book is Christmas. We're not even going to be able to finish the first chapter tonight. Well, hopefully this guy's rambling allows for a good place to leave off. And, so how y'all doing this evening? Hope everything's going alright.
Back.
Welcome back, Raptor. Alright, so it's your turn to read.
Okay.
And,
Where were we?
Also, we gotta find a good place to end, because I gotta get going and have dinner soon. There were no transitionary signatures.
There were no, what was that?
Transitionary.
Hang on. I'm just still trying to find it. Oh, there it is. There were no transitionary signatures indicating a fallout of deep space onto Earth, onto the surface. This wet clump was questionable illogically.
Illogicality? Okay, dictionary.com, here I come again. Okay, wow, that actually is a word.
Oh, cool. Also, Fatso's back. Say hi to him again.
Hello, Fatso. Hello, Plump Rodan.
Hello, Plump. You plump backstabber. Oh yeah, I spaced out. The weirdest.
This odd rock.
This odd rock that I definitely quoted in my head. It was far too light. The funny lump felt as though it was hollow inside, like it had bubbles interspaced between it, similar in way to volcanic pumice. The crusty mass did not feel solid. So the reddish lump was not indigenous. The reddish lump was not from outer space. The reddish lump was not dense. The reddish lump was not like any rock I've ever seen. There had to be an illogical explanation. The atomic signatures displayed on the surface stated my newfound lump was obviously composed in part of different rare metals and more.
Okay, wait. This is where we'll leave off with this line. Read it dramatically.
Okay. Only humanity forges metals.
Oh. So, sounds like
Dramatic.
he's saying it could be that someone else, maybe some dinosaurs, have learned how to forge metals.
But for what purpose?
Firing off into space for your jackass show.
Okay, okay. So how are you enjoying yourself so far, Manny?
I am enjoying it. What about you?
This is the greatest book ever written.
I do not take back my comment about the author looking like a neo-Nazi, but I am having fun. What are you guys in the chat? This is so fucking stupid. I hope it's in a good way, though. You just know, like, this guy was writing this with one hand, just like getting off, like, oh man, I am so smart, I am so creative.
I am so epic. Also, man, where did you find the picture of Onquamo at?
I just typed his name into Google Images. There's also a hotel and like a bunch of old time people. Dumb book but fun book. It's very fun. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So yeah, sorry this one's so short. My computer really fucked things up. But we will be continuing this soon. Actually, I was thinking, Raptor, since Mike is visiting Kay, we probably won't be able to do NES Godzilla this weekend. Do you want to do this Saturday or Sunday?
Oh yeah, Saturday.
Cool. All right, so we'll be back for a bit more of Curse of the Dinosaurs on Saturday. Thank you all for tuning in and for dealing with all the delays. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. Same bean time, same bean channel.
Au revoir.
Oh, you went French.